Show with my amazing guest today, the more intuitive me. And it's been 8 months since we've last gotten together to do something fun. We're doing arts and crafts today. We got not Halloween. It's the other one. It's Thanksgiving. It's
It's
Thanksgiving in
Thanksgiving.
2 days. And so we're going to try and do some holiday stuff and so like turkeys and all that. And I'm going to try and do it the old first grade kindergarten method with construction paper, and Elizabeth is going to use watercolor and do some painting of it. And so I haven't really done the construction paper thing since like first or second grade. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I should go another step and bring out the macaroni noodles and do it,
Oh,
really go old school. And but then I need a glue stick, but I didn't. I just have the regular old
that works.
Elmer's glue, and I got some paper towel, because it's gonna get all over my fingers and all of that. And yeah.
I have I'm using watercolor, but I have my watercolor pencils. So of course I have the pencils, I have my water, and then I have some brushes you probably recognize.
Yeah, I use those brushes. The you sent some brushes, and this is one of them that you sent, and it's getting pretty tattered up there. And there is another one like this, and that one's getting pretty tattered up, and
Hmm.
soon I'm going to be needing to dip into those paints that you sent me because my uh my yellow is almost completely gone, and so it's
Almost gone.
some replacement paints there. I mean, I'm really very appreciative of because Elizabeth had donated some of her art supplies to me about a year ago, and
So I have those blue ones, but then I picked up some of these like red. They're like red.
yeah, with
Um.
the angles on them, yeah.
Oh, this one, yes. Oh, that's kind of nice. So it has the name Angular Shader. So this is Princeton, and then this one is Long Round,
Mm-hmm.
and this one is just round.
Round, yeah.
So I have those, and then like one of these that covers more space. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got like all of those brushes right near me. Plus, I have a whole pile of paint that's just right on the floor, just right down here. But I'm not gonna be using it today because
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be using the construction paper, and so then soon I'm gonna take my camera and I'm gonna move it down, and then maybe for a while you're just going to see my example turkey in my tablet, but then when that goes off you'll be able to see both me and what I'm working on at the same time. And so that kind of a blackish mirror like thing, it kind of has a more mystical feel to it. But
I love that thing.
yeah,
Where did you
yeah,
get that?
that
Yeah.
it's a Kindle Fire.
Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
Oh my god, I thought it was a massive chunk of black obsidian.
Yeah, yeah, it's just an Amazon product, It's a fire, that's
Nice.
all it is, and then it works pretty good. I'll just have to make sure I turn the volume off on it, and
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
I love that. Because
yeah,
then that way when you are working, like we could still kind of see you in the
yeah,
background.
that's right. You can still see me, but for a while, I'm gonna have to look at what a construction paper turkey looks like, because,
Yeah,
like I say, I'm like haven't done anything like this for like ever and ever, and
I know. It's
so
been a
yeah,
while. But
yeah,
you know, it feels good. Like I don't think I've touched these paints since we did our tower.
wow. Well, then we're
Uh
gonna have to, maybe we have to do something like this more often than once every 8 months.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think when I went on vacation this summer to Puerto Rico, I took my watercolor paints, but not, I didn't take the pencils. So I haven't used the pencils since the
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah, and I haven't done one of the coloring the tarot things for a long time too. I was trying to interest Roman in doing it, but I don't. He didn't quite feel comfortable with that. But while we're getting started, I'm going to turn my camera down, and then I'll
Yeah,
just
please
flip the
and
thing around
do.
so you can't see my clutter. But eventually, I'm going to do my decluttering projects. You
Mm-hmm.
won't have to see the clutter, and it'll just be all nice and housekeeped and whatever that stuff is that people have to do. And I am doing. I do clean my kitchen. I sweep the floors. I do. I'm not like a complete slob. I mean, I'm a partial slob, but I just stock it up to just being a typical man. Most men are kind of slobbier in nature, which is why why a lot of married. I'm just guessing here. That's why a lot of married relationships go into like being like a parent-child relationship. Because
Yes.
somebody is acting like a child and they're not doing their part, and so you get those power dynamics of that are you know, because that actually came out in a reading that I did just the other day, and
Mm-hmm.
why your relationship or whatever might be stuck is because it just seemed like it was, a parental relationship is how things
Yes.
had
Yes.
gone, and
And
it leads
that's no fun.
yeah. Well,
I
I mean, 'cause there's plenty of time later when you get become an elderly person for those role reversals to occur. You know,
oh
but,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've seen it like in people in my family who have partnerships and they have these very stable relationships, and then where everything is, they speak, they've made agreements before starting to raise children, made agreements about how to proceed on things, and how all these open lines of communication, and that, of course that wasn't what we were talking about, but we can talk about whatever we want to, because while
Yeah.
you're doing your thing. Welcome, Fatima, and welcome me, and welcome you, and for everyone else who's come into the chat. Yeah.
Yes. I love
All
it.
right. Let me
Yeah.
go take a look at my turkey example. I think I flagged one of these things. And so if anybody had ever wondered, I do use a tablet to get that mirror effect. And it just was by complete accident, because when I was doing card painting for and stuff for like the art fair,
Uh-huh.
I I would stick the tablet there and I'd put a movie on or something like that, because it's not it, I think I'll use the black paper for the turkey body here. Okay, there we go. And then I noticed that I could see myself in it. I thought, holy crap! I should have been doing that all along.
I love that. I think that's super cool.
Maybe I'll go actually get an actual mirror, but the black mirror kind of a thing. It kind of looks like,
I kind of like the Black Mirror because it's very like mystical and it
yeah,
really goes with your tools of fortune. I feel like it has that same vibe.
yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So maybe how big does this turkey thing got to be? So maybe I'll just take a pen or a pencil, something like that, or should I just go and start cutting wildly? Now
Maybe
the
wildly.
wild turkeys, they came like 3 times today.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and they just always come running up. There's like running so fast. They'll be like a quarter mile away, and the next thing I know, oh my God, they're just running so fast to the Lindbergh house. They're running really fast to Billy's house, because who knows what Billy has left out.
Hmm. I'm using a printout. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, I
It's
see.
just like line art, a line art turkey. And what I did was I printed it on watercolor paper.
Yeah. Well, that's good because then you don't have to do like the method that I've done when I've tried to transfer, doing an image transfer to watercolor paper and doing the whole, you take a photocopy and then you do a pencil drawing with like a graphite, and then you go to the other side, and then you
Oh,
work to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
push that graphite in. So my turkey is kind of looking more like a bowling pin to a certain degree already.
That's okay.
It's all right because there's no wrong answers here.
No.
Maybe we'll work on the head just a little bit more because I'm kind of going for that kind of or you kind of go for like the whole South Park turkey kind of a look.
I was kind of like, I wish that I had printed this a little bit bigger. I misjudged because I wanted to do some, like, once the paint was dry, I wanted to do some line art.
Well,
Uh,
you still can do some line art, but maybe,
yeah, it's not as much, who knows?
yeah,
Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, so you're right. Maybe this size is the perfect size.
yeah. Well, we'll have to maybe if we have the time, we can come back next month for another holiday thing. But it's really gets. I know that it gets really really super tight when we come into the Christmas month. And
Yeah, but it's still fun. I think we should still do it.
yeah,
It's fun.
then maybe at that time I'll have that SIM card activated on that other phone, and then have that Google Voice account, and then we can go
Yeah.
accept some um, maybe some non-random callers.
Ooh.
I think that would be kind of fun.
I think that would be great. So there's a guy that does it. He has a dating channel.
A
Or it's
dating.
not a dating channel. It's like dating advice. Well, I don't even know if I would call it that. It's like he gives advice to other men on how to score with women.
Oh, what kind of
And
advice does it give people?
so he sometimes does this like call in thing where people could call in with their comments.
Huh. So is he like some pickup artist kind of a guy?
Um, I guess he's kind of like, like one of those Rico Suave.
Oh, I don't know. I was never any good at picking up. That was not one of my skills.
That wasn't your thing. That wasn't your thing.
That wasn't one of my skills. No.
Well, I do think it's cool that he like does this on the channel because some people do need like it's not that easy to just go out there and just strike a conversation with people, right? It's
Yeah,
some
you're right because
some people have it easier than others, and so if self-confidence is something that you're struggling with, then it might be good to have somebody to give you some pointers.
well, I mean, I guess like my childhood friend, like almost 20 years ago, he paid a dating service $10,000, and
What?
then he ended up then they've been married for almost 20 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like take the chance out of it. So it's like, but if I were to give, I mean, me giving relationship advice is not the best thing because I've never been successful with relationships. Um, but what I do suggest, because I know that young people have such a terrible time with meeting people and things like that in this day and age, and I'm thinking what I do the advice I give everyone is learn social dance.
Learn a what?
Learn how to dance.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So if you are a man, I mean, if you're really rhythmically challenged, then my suggestion is contra dance. Now, contra dance is not something that is available in it's available in most cities,
Uh-huh. What is
and
it? What is it? Contra dance?
yeah, it's contra dance. That's a French word. It came it 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 it's well, square dance came out of contra dance.
Well, I think square dance is like a lot of fun and it's very active. So if you're looking to, get some movement in your body and laugh and have a good time, I feel like that's perfect.
Yeah, contra dance is more fun than square dancing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's it's like it's not a really great place for hookups because my my experience with it is that 70% of the people who show up to a contra dance are partnered up in one fashion or another.
Uh-huh.
And so I've actually been to into contra dances where the women will wear these buttons that say "I'm married" or "I'm here just to dance. I'm not a pickup." And so they get
Yeah.
but it's that it's there's like no alcohol in these events, and it usually it's always like live music, but it's the same kind of moves. It's the do-si dos, it's the swings, it's the and so they kind of pair up in groups of four,
Uh-huh.
and so or you're in a couples and you're the contra is being you're in opposing lines, and so like in the 1400s when they did contra dance, you would have all the men on one side, all the women on another line, and then you would be moved. Then you would do these moves, and you'd end up dancing with
Mm.
everybody. Uh, it's and so that's so it's as a social dance form that it's a lot of fun,
I
and
agree.
social dance is a way to break that ice and make it a little easier
Yes.
it gets you used to speaking with a potential object of your romantic interest, and so and then so that's with that. Now if you don't have that available, then there's ballroom, but ballroom dancing forms are a lot harder because
Oh, but it's so fun. I tried a bunch of dances. Uh, and I did learn ballroom, tango was also a lot of fun, all of the Latin dances,
yeah,
and a bunch of other dances that I wasn't even interested in. And it was amazing. And I would definitely have kept it up if it wasn't like the particular studio that I went to was so expensive that
yeah,
it was cost prohibitive for you to continue doing it.
I see. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is you go to a but as for ballroom dancing for men is a little because men have a tendency to be rhythmically challenged,
Yeah.
and so you have to you because I started taking lessons a long time ago. I didn't take lessons long enough to even learn how to be a lead. But then I would
Mhm.
go to these dances. I would go with partners that that we were friends or whatever, and then um, we would just make stuff up. You know,
Yeah.
we go to, because we were like contra dancers, and we just go and make stuff up. The only non contra dance thing that I can do is the waltz.
Oh, I like that too. I like the
Yeah,
waltz too. I
yeah,
I like what you're talking about where you make it up. I
yeah.
did, where I did that?
Where?
Zumba class.
in the Zumba class where you just go
Yes,
make it up.
I could not keep up with whatever they were doing, and I was like, you know what? I'm here to have a good time, and I just want to fool around, and I was just jumping all over the place, and laughing at myself,
Yeah,
and I got my money's worth.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that I think is one of your for for people, not just men, but people in general, and because younger people these days they spend so much of their lives on their telephones,
Yes.
and I think that dating apps and all of those things, I don't think they work. I
You know
I
what
think
it is, Bill? That like there's so many people. It's like everything is changing and shifting, right?
yeah,
And for some reason, people, when they're behind an app, they feel bold and courageous and like they could say whatever they want. Things that they would never say in real life because they lack
yeah.
the courage or the conviction to actually say it.
Mhm.
And so I feel like the having a conversation with someone, that's an art form. And people just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, and that's why I recommend. That's why I recommend the social dancing because it's it's not you can actually talk to people, and so I know people, lots of people who have met life partners at a social dance, whether they be whether they be gay or straight, it doesn't really matter, because it's all kinds of people who go, and and that, but it takes time because, like I say, most of the people who show up to a contra dancer are already made it up in one fashion or another. And
Right.
but if you go whether there's a lot of so but the types of men that tend to end up at contra dances are like academics and engineers of one kind or another, and then they wake up one morning, they're 40 years old, and they think, oh, I don't know how this body moves. And so they go they pick up like and then, oh, I hate the gym because you know I got bullied going to the gym, and the gym and whatever, it reminds me of football players, or it reminds me of these jocks that and I couldn't, and so going to the gym, it gives me panic attacks, which it's just my story. That's my story, and
Mhm.
so I don't go to the gym, and then but you go to a dance, and the concert dance, it's really fast paced, and there's fun music and everything, and it's kind of a lot of fiddle music, a lot of you know you get those foot stomping peoples, that they have they will use like tap dance shoes, and they'll use it
Yeah.
for the rhythm section, and they'll be
Mhm.
stomping or whatever that is, and or there was a like a band that was they don't play anymore. I think they were from like Maryland or Pennsylvania or someplace like that,
Uh-huh.
and they toured all over the country. They played uh like a like electric violins and electric guitars, and they had
Ooh.
like and they ran those instruments through synthesizers,
Mhm.
and their music was really good and very novel, but and so there's all different kinds, and then in Portland they have a once a year they have a big they have a contra dance band that has like 100 pieces in it, mostly
Oh.
horns and fiddles and all kinds of instruments, and so here it's starting to take shape.
It is, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm
Well,
chattering away."
I probably have enough room to do a second one of these,
A
but
pear?
a second turkey.
Yeah, a pair of turkeys.
Yeah, pair. Yeah. Try to do the next one to be a little bit more complicated, you know. But
Mm,
anyway, that's the contra dance music, and well, we could go look that up. I could show you. I mean, I wish well, because like Seattle ha, has a folk life. I don't know if they still do it because COVID changed everything, you know.
yeah.
And but when I was living in Seattle, I would go to Folk Life, and it was a 4-day festival. It was over the Labor Day weekend. That was the one in the fall, right?
Mm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I would do over a course of 4 days, I would do like 40 hours of dancing.
40 hours.
Yeah, 30, 20, 30, 40 hours of dancing.
Well,
And
aren't you energetic?
and
Aren't
then,
you?
and then what would happen is that when I guess it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, I was over 3 days or 4 days. When I wake up on Saturday morning, it was like I was hung over. And my other friends, it was like, oh, the room is still spinning. It's you wake up and oh, it's you have a contra dance hangover, and
That's what I have so far, Bill.
well, that's cool.
The tail feathers. Shake your tail feathers.
My tail feathers, they're kind of shaking there. Look at that. Oh, as it looks so pleasant, you know.
Oh, it does.
We'll give it some yellow eyes. Maybe I gotta maybe be a little bit more complicated, and I put a little red speck on there.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's not gonna be a circle, but
that's
let's
okay.
maybe the other eye is a red eye like that. It's kind of got looks like has a confused look because sometimes they look that way. Yeah, kind of have a yeah, and so yeah, the contra dance. That's also, it's a lot. I have. It's been a while since I've done it.
Yeah.
I mean, way too long. Let's see. Has this got a top notch thing on its head? No. I think this is what it looks like. Here's my one turkey. Maybe it needs some legs. Kind of looks like the peacock from what was that NBC peacock, or
Oh, yes, it
maybe maybe
does.
maybe it needs some legs. Little
Legs. Did you give it?
little
Oh, yeah, you did give it a beak.
yeah, I got a beak, and maybe it needs some nice turkey legs here.
Ooh, have you had turkey legs before?
Of course I've had them. I didn't buy a turkey this year.
Mm-hmm.
I went over to my sister's place, and I'm always a little apprehensive because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
You never know. Usually nothing happens, but I don't know. Do you have any great plans for Thanksgiving? Are you staying home or having people over, or just?
Um, I'm at a place where I have very mixed feelings about Thanksgiving,
I see.
and I haven't made a traditional meal in a couple years now, and I don't plan to this year either.
Yeah,
And so I think for us, it's more about I look forward to having that time off, and I look forward to having that time with the kids.
yeah, yeah. Well, if I were to have one this year, it would be very simple itself,
Yeah.
and might be maybe um, have with the stuff I have on hand. Um,
Mm. Now, when you go over to your sisters, do you bring a dish?
yeah, Um, we're gonna bring up apple salad.
Apple salad, what is that?
It's apples and uh like whipped cream or something like that. Maybe a little apple cider vinegar.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
I see.
All right, so let's go. Does it need some other looks on it? Now let's see. What did it look like again? Okay, we got the beak. We got the eye.
Oh, I have to add that red thing under the neck, no?
Oh, the red thing under the neck. Oh yeah. And then this one doesn't have a red thing under the neck. Well, maybe the next one will have a red thing under the neck. And so
Okay.
we'll start working on turkey part 2.
The legs came out pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your chat is pretty quiet.
It is. It is very quiet. But it is also a holiday week, so
Yeah.
well, hopefully. But it may also be, Elizabeth, that it's that whole algorithm thing. And when
Yeah.
you do something a little bit different, then it confuses the system.
Yeah.
Which is why it would almost be better if they would go back to the old way where they just dumped you right into the generalized feed.
Oh. Wouldn't that make it more difficult?
I don't know. Maybe it would be. Maybe it would be. I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing. How long have you been doing your show with Desiree?
I wouldn't call it a show, but I would say I met Desiree and we hit it off right away, and
Mm-hmm.
we've been working together ever since.
I see. So like six
Uh,
months or so, or
and we don't actually go live very often, but she like since I've been experimenting with the panel, she likes to come up on the screen and hang out and stuff.
oh, I see. So
Yeah.
that's just like your open panel thing, and
Yeah, so she'll come up on open panel, but we have collaborated on other things before. So we've done a few different lives.
yeah,
I, we have a good connection, right? Good energy,
yeah,
so it works out for us.
yeah. Well, that's good. So and then, how long you been doing the open panel thing?
I started open panel, I would say about a month,
Oh, just one
and
about a month ago.
in the beginning I was having like I wasn't getting it just right, but then the last couple of times it worked out really well. So
Hmm. Yeah, I thought that was a novel thing to do. I mean, I found it very inspiring because I didn't even think about that. Because wanting to take somebody in your audience and just pull them right onto your show,
yes,
and, yeah,
I love it for live readings because like it's one thing like someone will come into the chat and ask for a reading and you give the reading, but like there's times where you may have misunderstood the question, or maybe English is not the first language. And so it's really nice to have the person face to face so that then you could ask questions live, get their feedback live, and
yeah,
then you can adjust and modify if you need to.
that's right. Because yeah, because within text, there's really difficult to figure out exactly what a person means, especially when they're asking pretty much yes no questions.
Yes.
And
Yes.
most people, that's all the questions they do ask is just yes nos. But when I do my I do my yes nos with a more like an an exploratory kind of a way.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so
All right.
there was a channel out. I was out from Germany, and they do. Oh, look at that
It's all colored in, so now I'm gonna go in with water.
with water and do the next step. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what works with watercolor, and you're doing like line work and stuff like that, is if you combine acrylic paints and watercolors together, and
Oh.
you run your line work down first with the acrylic paint, because then you can
Mm.
pull then if the watercolor just smudges over the edge, it doesn't mess up the outline or whatever.
Mm. Yeah.
Especially if you use more heavier bodied uh, um, uh, paints. If you use like these kinds, this is like a semi-transparent or a trans. You use these colors versus, let's say, you use these fluid acrylics, because the fluid acrylics behave a lot more like watercolors than do. But you can do these, but you can make these things behave like watercolors by just watering down massively.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you use those when you did I have to be careful with the water because the ink from the printer is running.
Yes.
Okay. So when you were doing that series of art pieces with the cows and the UFOs, you
I
were
use
combining.
Yes, I was combining fluid acrylics to get the and watercolors,
Mm-hmm.
and I used those watercolor pencils in order to do the outline. Yeah, so maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll try to draw out the body shape rather than just eyeballing it.
Mm. Yeah.
We'll just use a pencil here. Mhm. Maybe we do a two-tone thing.
So when you go in with the water, it makes the color more vibrant.
Yes, it does. Have you heard from Ange?
No, I don't think anyone has. I don't know.
Well, I know she deleted her channel,
Well, maybe she just shut it off temporarily.
maybe.
I think I heard at one point that someone tried to email her and that the email was kicked back.
Yeah, that was me. I tried to email her.
Oh,
Then maybe somebody else tried to email her, but it was kicked back because it was like the email address didn't exist anymore.
well, I'm sure she appreciates that you're thinking of her.
Yeah. Well, it's
She'll come back when she's ready.
yeah.
She left once before.
What did she?
I think so. She took a break and then when she came back, she gave her channel a bit of a refresh. Like she changed the name because remember before she used to go by Tiny Trinkets. And
Yeah,
then when she came back, she changed it to the Roots and Waves.
yeah. Well, to me it seemed like she just burned herself out really bad.
It's possible. You know, when we're out here on these YouTube streets trying to do all the YouTube things, it can be exhausting and it depletes our cups and it can take away the joy. because if you think about like me personally, when I think about what I wanted when I first started my channel, like over time that changes and that morphs, and if you're not careful, it can completely take over.
Yeah, yeah, it's very easy to. Well, I mean, I had I I had a moment this year where I like slammed into a wall, you know,
Mm,
and
yeah,
slammed into a wall. You know, you're going full bore, and the next thing you know, you hit a wall, and then it's like I gotta stop, and I stop. I didn't, stop posting completely, but that was also, because I've been really doing a lot of stuff for over a year.
yeah,
And it's easy to not take a break or, oh, we got to go 7 days a week and do all that. Well, I've been trying to take one day off of, of posting every week. And so I was,
yeah. I would agree. Like I haven't stopped, but there are definitely moments where I have slowed down
hmm
for my own, you know, peace of mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you kind of see that. You see like other bigger creators and they maybe they do news shows or whatever, and then the
Yeah,
next thing you know they come out with a video and say, well, I'm quitting this, but then they don't.
right.
Yeah,
Maybe they think that it's going to drive more traffic to their
yeah. Well,
channel.
one of them who's like in your area, well, he's probably a little bit north of yours, a little bit closer to, is Georgia the next state up?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 I think it's a little bit. I think he said he was in the same district as Matt Gates was. uh
Mm.
That's what he said, and he had another. I guess he was on one channel for posting for 20 years, and then
Oh.
well, I'm not. It wasn't always YouTube, but it was other. I think it was other. It was 20 years, but there was other platforms before that. So
Mm.
like maybe um like the same channel that used to host Air America. I don't know if
Air America.
yeah, Air America. So you're looking at talk radio during the heyday of the Rush Limbaugh days,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and, uh, and Air America was a like a they went out of business. But they couldn't. But it was kind of back in the. It was literally was 20 years ago, or it was the late 90s, and so for that fella, he went back to that era. So he
Mhm.
literally did go back 20 years. And but yeah, but nevertheless, he actually did quit, and then but he's posting on his own channel.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. But that's how it is, that a lot of real hardcore that's what their career is, and
Yeah, you're right. I
mhm.
thought it was taking too long, but I finished with my water and then the black ink got all mixed in, but you can see the colors are brighter.
Oh yeah, they are. It looks very good.
Not terrible.
Well,
This paper does a good job of absorbing, so that's good.
mhm. Well, this turkey needs a little friend anyway,
Yeah.
and I need some more glue. And that's kind of maybe we'll put the glue down first. We have some weird eyes, and yeah.
Wait, what are you making? Another turkey? It looks like a
Oh yeah.
lightning bug.
I'm making another turkey. Trying to.
Another turkey.
Yeah, let's go see if I can get this thing to go onto the eyeball spots.
Mm.
So that's the difficulty. Yeah,
Are you gonna name your turkeys?
I don't think so. I mean, what names should they be? Like
Yeah.
Alvin and
Tom is a good name.
Tom is a good turkey name.
Yes.
Alvin and Tom. Well, I
Well,
know that with the turkeys that visit the property here,
yeah.
there's 9. Um, the flock is separated into 2 different groups.
Mm-hmm.
The the males and the females, and so when the males show up, there's always trouble. And one of my videos got taken down because of
Really?
yeah, because it was because the males were fighting. And YouTube has a policy of they have a policy of no animal, and it made it look like there was like animal cruelty. It was like a no animal, I was just
Oh, yeah.
narrating the fight, but I wasn't instigating it, and I'm thinking, well, you can't actually talk to anybody because the AI makes the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Fatima, I'm going over to my sister's for Thanksgiving on Thursday. My mother wants to do that. If it was just up to me, I would just stay home. That's just me.
You know
And
what else I've started implementing, Bill?
what?
Taking some help. I used to make like all these dishes and go through all this work, 2, 3 days of cooking.
Hmm.
Why? Like I no longer do that. That takes away from my peace. That takes away from the time off that I have. For me, I want to use that time to do something that I want to do. And the truth is that a lot of times you cook all this food and it goes to waste because after a day or two, nobody else wants to eat it again.
Yeah, right. Because I
So
yeah.
I'm not doing that. I took some help. I picked up actually I was gifted a pumpkin pie
Hmm.
from our realtor. Our realtor every year they give their clients a pumpkin pie. So we picked up a pumpkin pie and we got some whipped cream. And I'm making a chuck roast and some mashed potatoes and some gravy, a vegetable on the side. That's pretty much it. And I'm taking help from I'm gonna use my Instapot.
Yeah.
Do you have an Instapot?
No, I just don't want to. People have offered to give me them before, but I was like, okay, I got crock pots. I have a couple different crock pots. It's a matter. It comes down to where do you put this stuff, like that,
That
and
is so
the,
true.
the
Yes.
air fryer and all that stuff. And so no, I don't have an air fryer. I have a microwave. I have a food processor. I have my coffee maker, which is my prized possession. Um, it's a it makes espresso. It's a flare coffee maker. It hangs.
Yeah.
I just love that. When I go to sleep at night, I think about, oh, I'm gonna get up tomorrow and I'm gonna have espresso because it's like espresso is like my most
Oh,
favorite.
so good. Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
absolutely.
I got a kind of a funny story here. When I was, this is kind of funny. When I was working at a restaurant, I worked at only one restaurant in my life, but uh, I worked at in that casino doing food and beverage, and then I tried a restaurant, and it probably wasn't such a great idea. But nevertheless,
Mhm.
one of the coworkers, their folks had one of those espresso stands, and so I went and went through their espresso stand, and um and then the complaint got is that I just had the drink that I always have, which is an Americano. That's the only drink I have because it's like, okay, those other ones, they have all that sugar in it, and I can't have all that sugar. I've been
Hi, Katniss. How are you?
welcome, Katniss. Yeah, I've been like, I've had I've been struggling with pre-diabetes for since what 2014, I think. That's when I was diagnosed with. I'm sure that I've been pre-diabetic since I was like for like 20 years now. I'm gonna guess. I'm not really positive, but so you
Yeah.
have these issues, and so I always just I don't So anyway, it got back to me is that they were upset that I didn't order a $10 coffee drink. I just ordered an Americano. I said, well, that's the only drink I ever order. you
Well, I
know?
mean, you shouldn't have to explain why you need to have that,
Yeah, yeah, you're
that's
you're
so
right.
silly.
And but yeah, I mean, I tipped the person well. I mean, I tipped them more than the drink. I mean, geez. Anyways,
Well, Fatima said that her husband loves to have espresso after dinner,
thank
and
you, dinner.
I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. So, so yummy.
Well, it is. It would be nice if you could get a good decaf that would a decaf espresso that tasted good, but they don't exist.
Decaf and taste good don't belong in the same sentence, Bill.
Well, I know that may be true, but it's the so we'll see if there's another angle here. We can put
Yeah.
red feathers in. I need to
So I
go.
keep forgetting that Fatima is in Canada and they already had their Thanksgiving. I want to say it was last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. So that's that. I've been having finding that Flair coffee maker. That was like I got it like 2020, and it's just like, oh my god, I never, I questioned my entire life to make a good cup of coffee, and that was really the only thing I've come across so far in my life that makes such a good cup of coffee. And
Mm, that's amazing. I have
yeah,
an Instapot. I had my Instapot for 2 years before I actually really started to use it. And then once I started to discover some of the things that I could do with it, like I've been using it all. Like now I probably use it at least once a week for everything.
yeah,
And because of that, I felt like I no longer needed because I had three crock pots. I had the small, medium, and large.
yeah,
So with the Instapot, I felt like I don't need to have that. So I got rid of my large crock pot. So one took the place of the other in terms of storage.
hmm,
Um, so that was helpful. But yeah, it's really hard figuring out like where to keep everything. I feel like the biggest pieces that we use on a regular basis are the Instapot, the air fryer, and the rice cooker. Those are
yeah,
the three things that we use all the time. I have that small size and medium size crock pot, and again, like I might use that once a year during the holidays, maybe. That's about it.
hmm.
Yeah.
So is the Instapot a type of crock pot, or is it like a pressure cooker?
The Instapot does everything. So I can use it to pressure cook, I can saute, I can use it as a slow cooker. I've made rice in it. I've done like one you can do everything in it.
Oh, so I mean,
Mhm.
you can clamp down the lid so you can make it like a. But it's not like you can use it like a canner, can you?
Like a canner? What do you mean?
You mean like if you're canning something, or
I don't think so.
okay, it's not big enough so you can you can't put a glass jar into it and give it the pressure cooked bath or something
I
like that.
see what you're saying, maybe, but I don't want to speak on that because I've never done it before, so I don't know. I don't can. So I'm not sure, but it is large. Mine, I want to say that mine is in 6 to 8 quart, something like that.
Yeah. Huh.
Like I put a full rack of ribs in it.
The whole rack of ribs. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, you just curl it like a swirl and you stick it in there.
Like a squirrel. Yeah.
No, not a squirrel. Swirl, swirl.
Oh, like a squirrel. So you
Like
put
a
it in there like
swirl.
a squirrel. I thought, oh, you eat squirrel over there in Florida. Oh,
Ew, no, we ate gator.
do you? What does that taste like?
It tastes rubbery.
Tastes rubbery. Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
what is it? It's probably,
it's very tough. The meat is very tough.
yeah, I can
But I
imagine.
had it, like I had deep fried. I had it deep fried, and that was, that was okay.
So Elizabeth is in Florida. So where are you at, Katniss? I'm in Oregon, and so we're like on the opposite sides of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can remember once when I was up in Seattle, when I'd be traveling back and forth on Greyhound bus, and there was a guy who just was on leave from the service, and he was taking a trip on Greyhound bus to Florida from Seattle, and he said it was going to be like a 72-hour trip, and for the holidays. And I can't imagine spending that much time. I've done a lot of Greyhound travel. I like the Great Greyhound, but I didn't take it for that long. I usually only took it from like one state to another, which is not so bad. But yeah,
Mm.
let's see what we're gonna do with my little feathers here. We'll just put a few more in here.
I just told Katniss that it's 72 degrees here.
Yeah.
And, for a little while, the temperature dipped and it was really cool. It was nice. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty, like 72 is pretty warm. I don't think that it'll cool off tonight.
So, what is your typical what um temperature down there in Florida land for year round? Is it like,
It changes because we do experience seasons, but not the same like other places. So in the summer, it's just, horrible.
yeah,
Summer like lasts forever. And right now, I would say this is like what other people experience fall as.
I see.
And then like our winter months don't usually the temperatures don't usually drop until January, although we did have one night a couple of weeks ago where the temperature did drop and there was enough that people ran outside and covered up their plants.
I see. I remember, Katniss, you did say that you were from Washington State. I remember asking you that before. I'm sorry that I forgot. And yeah,
Washington. That's beautiful. So, yeah, so we don't get like the changing of the seasons like, fall. Fall was my favorite. But we don't see that or get that experience here the way that you would like
yeah,
in the north.
yeah. So there's one. This one's almost done.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give it like a beard or something like that, so it would look like a
That like it's hard to see the feathers on that one, so it almost looks like a bug.
like a bug.
Yeah.
You're right. It kind of does. So let's go. We need to go add a little other different layer here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take some of this. Oh, I got some orange right here. I'm not gonna cut up into a new piece, and so yeah. Well, I
Hi,
know
Naya
that.
Rose.
Yeah,
How
now
are you?
welcome. Yeah, I was here. You were here when I was painting. Yeah, so that's right. And you've been with here the other day, and so yeah. I guess I was telling you about the uh, the YouTube Create app
Mm-hmm.
added some AI editing tools.
Oh, nice.
And so I've been kind of experimenting.
Desiree, hi.
Welcome,
You
Desiree.
made it.
Yeah, you did. And so
Thanks
I've
for
been kind
being
of
here.
experimenting with that.
I have to make the grand announcement. Desiree is my bestie. I love her, and I'm happy she's here.
Yeah, yeah. And someday, if she wants to, I don't know if she really wants to. Maybe she can come on the show here. We can do something together.
Oh
Probably
no,
like
she says I called you twice. I tend to put the phone on, I tend to shut off notifications when I'm doing lives. I'm sorry, friends.
yeah, yeah. So now, where's Desiree? Is Desiree? To me, it feels like Desiree is like from like Arizona or someplace like that.
She's from Texas.
Texas. So I was close.
Yeah, she's from Texas, born and raised.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were making a video. No, I was painting my turkey. This is my turkey. I
So
did watercolor.
yeah. All right. So we got that. Oh wait, does it need something on its head? Maybe got a little top notch thing.
Oh, maybe you could put like a hat.
A little hat. Yeah. You can put a hat on it.
Mm.
Ooh. Yeah, hat. That looked like a top hat of some kind. A
Yeah.
little kind of,
Well, like I was taking a long time with mine, so Bill, actually he's on his second turkey. Bill, maybe
yeah,
you should show your first one.
yeah. Here's my first one right here. And we'll put it over here.
Oh, see, it looks so good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Desiree. Yeah. So that's my turkey. I'm going back into time, into childhood, and maybe a pointy hat. It's kind of holiday hat, kind of pointy. I know I just got done watching that whole Ken Burns documentary on the Revolution.
Oh, I see.
That was like a
Is that on
12-hour.
Netflix?
No, it was actually on PBS.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
Ooh, Desiree wants to come on your show, Bill.
yeah, well, I have an email address. You can email it to me.
Ooh, Katniss, that's a great idea.
So when
Bill,
we
we said we should come back next month and do something else.
yeah,
Katniss is
that's
saying
right.
let's do snowflakes.
Yeah, we can do some other holiday stuff. Yeah,
Ooh, I would get tools. For snowflakes, I would get tools. I would get sprinkles and maybe doilies.
you do
Ooh,
that. I will probably do something else. I'll just use the stuff that I have.
bye, Naya. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah.
Appreciate you.
So yeah, we'll just kind of schedule a day since I don't have to do that MRI test next month.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, maybe it will, but gosh, I just don't want to. Oh, well, maybe this guy needs a little hat too.
Oh, on
Frost.
his, you could do like a bright cut, like a yellow or orange.
Yeah, we do. I have that. I have this yellow here.
Bye. She says
Look,
bye.
it's like a priest hat. Oh yeah, they make it like that. Yeah. So yeah, I've been kind of doing some different things. I got my other channel, and I've been giving myself challenges because I do have I started a TikTok channel, but mostly I'm just using it for like experimentation.
Oh,
So
so I
like
have a friend that does TikTok. I mean, of course, a lot of people do TikTok, but I went live with her a few weeks ago. Her name is Constance,
yeah,
and she was able to monetize her TikTok within like 2 or 3 months,
wow,
which was incredible, right? And so she's trying to do that on YouTube, but of course, the YouTube hustle is completely different.
yeah, it is, and so I've gone live like once or twice, but every time I try to do a live like this, where I put the camera down and do a painting or something like that, it said, "Oh, this is unacceptable." It was like banned. It was like it wouldn't it they didn't like faceless videos unless I don't
Yeah,
know for
but that
some.
makes zero sense because like if you a lot of these videos where they're teaching you like I like to watch doodle videos, learning how to doodle. That's top down. I like to watch
Yeah,
watercolor videos. That's top down. I like to watch journaling videos. That's top down. I like crochet videos. That's top down. All that stuff is top down. Art is
yeah.
top. There's no other way to do it.
No, I know, and you're right, and so I got my little family of birds here. Maybe one's a
That
turkey.
looks so good, actually,
Yeah,
and it looks like father and son.
it looks like they're. Let's see if I can do this. I can expand on it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Anyway, that's kind of I started that in the fall with that. Not mainly it's not really to. I'm not asking anybody to go over to my TikTok account at all. I'm using that as a just to see what happens. But it seems like the algorithm is pushing you. It's like it's really weird over there.
At TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like, okay, most of the people who come in and they, oh yeah, they're either like scammers or they're like, oh yeah, they give you the DM and oh yeah, when you want to come over to my Telegram account, and I says no, well, I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. It's like delete,
Yeah.
delete.
Like,
I
"Oh,
said,
can I
okay,
message you on WhatsApp?" No.
nope, nope, I don't have any WhatsApp, and said, well, you can download it. Sorry,
No,
delete. And
thank
it's like
you.
I,
Yeah.
and then so
That
then I
that
think I did it.
immediately says, "I'd like to scam you. Are you available?
Yeah.
Are you available Friday at 9 p.m.? I would love to scam
For a
you."
scam or it would be like, okay, I'm not here for a pickup. So I put on my channel header there. I thought, well, I'm here for collaboration, and that is it. If you want to, if you're, I'm not here for a pickup. I'm not here to mate up. I'm not here for any of that stuff. That's not
Mhm.
why I came on to TikTok. I came here to TikTok to make content, and that is it. And if you want to collaborate with me, you want to go do a live stream together, that's fine. But if it's not that, then
Exactly.
just don't it's like don't bother me because it's like because that's one of the things I liked about YouTube is I've never been no one has ever hit you up to try to do that, for
I think that I mean, people sometimes do. I've had people leave me comments. They're like, "Oh my
um,
gosh, you're so this and that and the other. This is my WhatsApp. Please reach out to me." No, thank you.
yeah,
No, thank you.
yeah. Well, it just yeah, okay. Well, maybe because is a I suppose it's I've never really had that happen to me, but um, because it seemed like most of the people who do TikTok are the ones that I see. They're just like dancing in front of their camera in their underwear or something like that.
Yes, like challenges, doing a lot of challenges.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, Desiree says you have to make a disclaimer. I feel like you need a disclaimer for everything now.
yeah, yeah. That's true. I have that disclaimer that's there.
My favorite finance channel was starting to get like, a lot of threats from YouTube, and they wouldn't tell him what exactly the problem was with the videos. They were
Mhm.
just dinging him and one more and you'll be out of here. And, the guy has like 50,000 subs.
One more, and you're
So,
out of where? Who was YouTube was threatening him or?
yes, YouTube. Yeah, like, and so now what I've noticed with a lot of these finance channels, they're
Oh,
going in with they have to have a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that says certain things like I am an educator, I am not a financial advisor or a fiduciary, uh, and blah blah blah. So it's a hassle everywhere. I know with a lot of people that do tarot, like myself, artwork has been a big issue, showing off certain pieces that I consider art that are all of a sudden getting dinged
Yeah. Yeah,
for
I've
nudity.
gotten ding with community strikes, but I haven't got like actual strikes yet. But what I've gotten is with that my dad turkey is dancing is that when those male turkeys came in, there was four of them, and then
Your
they started
turkey is doing the cha-cha slide.
and they started fighting, and then one of the big older males kind of went in and had to break the fight up. You actually had to watch. You get to watch this thing happening, and
Oh
you're
my.
watching it, and then welcome, Truth, welcome,
Oh,
Victor.
Victor, how are you?
Yeah, we got
Good to
my
see you.
holiday turkeys here. Well, maybe when we do the snowflakes and Christmas thing, we'll set it up in in that other one, and maybe we can bring a couple other people in.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Set it up and have like so maybe by that time I'll have
This is
figured out so that we can do welcome, yeah, welcome. How to that I can get it flipped the other way.
yeah.
Maybe Victor wants to come in and do some arts and crafts as well.
Victor, do arts and crafts. Maybe Victor will take you on a meditation.
What during arts and crafts?
Maybe.
Well, but maybe he wants to do something different because he does the meditations like almost twice a day. It can be quite.
Because Victor is a man on a mission.
Yeah,
So, yeah, when you're doing something that you love, you want to do that every single day.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it is very meditative to do arts and
hmm
crafts, but it's not that meditative to be talking about it at the same time.
Yeah, I found this very nice today to be able to so I didn't cut out a turkey. I used watercolor pencils. And so, that's kind of what I did today.
Yeah. Well, I appreciated you being here. I got to go make dinner, and it's getting late for you.
Mhm. This was
And
a lot of fun. Thank you, Bill. Thanks for
yeah, so
having me
we'll
on.
set a time next month. Maybe like the week after. Well, I know that I'm the first week of. I got to look at my schedule because there's some doctor appointments and stuff coming up.
That's
Maybe,
fine. You don't have to make a decision right now. Like whenever you have time is fine.
yeah, yeah. I
Awesome.
think
And thank you to our friends in the chat who came in and hung out.
yeah. Thank you guys very much, and maybe I'll just turn the camera back for.
Hmm. What are you making for dinner today, Bill?
I am making maybe leftovers.
What?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have some pork chops for the dog, uh and well, I may maybe I don't know. I was thinking tacos, but I got this soup that I need to finish off, and so I think I'll have that, and maybe I'll have tacos again tomorrow night.
I'm like
And
you. I want to finish what I had and then start something new the next day.
oh, that's right. That was Desiree was talking about the other day. She was talking about her. What would be nice if Desiree would be open to this, if to talking about all the different things you can make with chia seeds, because she talked about her chia seed stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been wanting to talk about different things. I know it'll kind of throw the algorithm completely off, but I've also wanted to bring some actual professional artists on this channel to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a guy that I've been kind of um, communicating with a little bit who looks like H.G. Wells, but he's
Hi,
like a
Twisted Sushi.
yeah. Welcome, Twisted Sushi. Yeah, welcome, Mama Sushi.
I
And
remember
so,
my daughter wanted to make a recipe for like a cake that it couldn't
mhm,
use dairy or like they couldn't use eggs, and so they could use chia seeds to create something that would replace the egg in the recipe.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm like to I like doing that kind of cooking because it's really challenging.
Mm.
It would be like, oh, this was a few years ago, and I when I was really active on Facebook, and I'd be talking about that was actually during the pandemic when everybody was home, and then some of my friends were thinking, oh, you're starting to cook vegan food. Oh, you're going vegan. I says, no, no, I'm just cooking vegan foods. And it's like, oh, I thought maybe you'd seen the light. I do understand that cooking um plant-based foods is people, you have to learn how to do everything. You have to learn how to feed
Yeah.
yourself, and yeah, I do realize that in plant-based foods you do feel better in your body, but philosophically, to me, it never really made sense because aren't the plants also beings too?
Oh, I've thought about that too, Bill.
And that's why it's like, okay, well, and so when I come to thinking in those things and think, okay, when you want something humane, well, to me it seems like, okay, the lab grown meat thing to me seems like the most humane thing is if we could figure out how to grow prime rib in a vat that tastes like prime rib.
Mm.
You know, that's what I mean. I think that's just, yeah, just right around. I think that's just right around the corner. That kind of a technology where they could do that, and then I feel like you're taking this soup of materials and all of that stuff. So oat bran can replace eggs, flax can replace eggs, chia seed
Mhm.
can replace eggs. But then in when you try to replace eggs with those things, whatever you cook goes from like being really fluffy like this to being flat like this.
Well,
And
it's just a matter of getting used to the new product, right? The
yeah,
end result. I think because we have it conditioned in our minds, we want to stop eating these things, but we still want it to taste like if we were eating it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
So
yeah,
it's hard.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was a lot of fun, Bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and so Desiree, my email address for the show is the.999show, and it's in my channel header on this channel and the other channel. Because
Hmm.
if you don't want to come on this, if you want to come on as a tarot reader for the other one, I'm open for that as well. But maybe this is the better opportunity, so you can see
Mm-hmm.
come here and you see how we were on the other night on the open panel together, and
That
that
was
was a
fun.
lot of fun. I
Yeah, that was a
enjoyed
lot of
doing it,
fun.
and I was still like in a migraine because it was like my migraine ended, I think, Sunday. It was like Thursday to Sunday because I was still because I have this light. You turn it on and then you can like get for light effective whatever thing. But I couldn't during that whole migraine episode, I couldn't turn that light on. I just got sick when the light went on. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's hard.
yeah, we'll get it figured out, and then and you come on, and we could either do we'll figure out what you want to do, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of options here.
Oh yeah. We can
Yeah,
do whatever we want.
that's right. That's
Awesome.
right.
Well, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. And if I don't see you around, enjoy your time with your family.
You have a good family time as well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Katniss. And and we have Naya Rose. Did I miss anybody?
Um, Shoot,
I
I felt like there was somebody else in the beginning, but I can't remember their name.
I think that was the Naya Rose, and maybe we'll go a little bit further back. And then there was Elizabeth, and then that was it. Then we got that,
Yeah,
and um,
awesome.
I guess we're done here, and we'll see you the next time. Bye bye,
Bye, everyone.
and thank you very much for coming on, Elizabeth.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.